how we can make the Department of the Air Force the most innovative department within the Department of Defense and perhaps across the United States government. When Elon Musk made the statement that the US Air Force has officially admitted to developing a fighter jet so advanced it cannot be stopped, it wasn't simply another bold claim in his long history of provocative remarks. It was a declaration that instantly rippled across defense communities, technology enthusiasts, and global strategists alike. The idea of an unstoppable fighter jet, revealed in such a matter-of-fact way, captures both fascination and fear. It evokes images of a technological leap so significant that it redefines what modern air combat, deterrence, and global power balance could mean in the 21st century. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. The very notion of a fighter jet that cannot be stopped suggests a combination of unprecedented speed, agility, stealth, and possibly artificial intelligence so advanced that it outpaces anything currently fielded. For decades, the arms race in aerial combat has hinged on incremental advances. A bit more stealth here, a slightly faster engine there, improved sensors and radars. But what Musk hinted at seems to point towards something far beyond incrementalism, more akin to a generational leap in both hardware and software. When the US Air Force acknowledges such an aircraft exists, it indicates not only proof of concept, but actual deployment-level readiness. A fighter jet described in this way would almost certainly incorporate hypersonic capabilities, moving at speeds exceeding Mach 5 and possibly much higher. At such velocities, interception becomes nearly impossible with conventional missile systems. No adversary currently possesses an operational defense system that could reliably target and neutralize a hypersonic fighter in real time. To be unstoppable also suggests more than speed. It implies an aircraft capable of blending seamlessly into its environment using advanced stealth technology that could render it effectively invisible to radar and infrared detection. In warfare, the ability to strike first while remaining unseen often decides the outcome before a battle even begins. Beyond physical performance, the role of artificial intelligence cannot be overstated. Musk himself has long warned and praised the potential of AI in warfare. If the Air Force has indeed created such a jet, its autonomy may play a central role. The craft could likely operate with minimal human intervention, running predictive algorithms that not only react to enemy threats, but anticipate them. Imagine an aircraft that knows where a missile will be fired before it is even launched, altering course with such precision and speed that interception becomes a mathematical impossibility. This goes beyond pilot reflexes. It's machine reflexes, operating at computational speeds far beyond human capability. The integration of AI into fighter jets also opens the door to swarm tactics, where one unstoppable jet may not fly alone but could control or coordinate with fleets of unmanned drones, acting as extensions of itself. This creates an ecosystem in the sky where one manned or semi-autonomous jet operates as a command node while dozens of AI-controlled craft execute maneuvers, carry weapons, or confuse enemy defenses. If this is the vision that Musk hinted at, then the Air Force isn't just unveiling a new jet, it's revealing a new paradigm in aerial warfare. Implications stretch far beyond the battlefield. For global adversaries observing this development, the announcement signals an unmistakable warning. If such a jet truly exists, it means the United States holds a near insurmountable advantage in air superiority, a cornerstone of modern military dominance. Nations have long sought parity in the skies because control above dictates outcomes below. An unstoppable fighter jet doesn't just tilt the balance, it overturns it entirely. For rival powers, particularly those already racing to develop hypersonic weapons and advanced stealth systems, Musk's words confirm what they may have feared. They are playing catch-up against a wall of American innovation that could take decades to overcome. The psychological impact of revealing such a weapon is just as important as its physical capabilities. Warfare has always had a performative element where the perception of power is almost as valuable as power itself. By admitting to the existence of such a jet, the US Air Force creates a deterrent effect, potential adversaries may think twice before escalating conflicts, knowing they could face a weapon that offers no countermeasure. Deterrence through uncertainty has always been a part of military strategy. But deterrence through inevitability, through the notion of the unstoppable, brings that strategy to an entirely new level. From a technological perspective, the revelation also highlights the extraordinary marriage of private industry and military development. Musk's connection to aerospace through SpaceX has already proven how rapidly innovation can advance when unconventional approaches are embraced. The development of reusable rockets shifted the trajectory of space exploration. If similar philosophies are applied to military aviation, the results could be nothing short of transformative. The Air Force, working alongside or inspired by leaders like Musk, signals a blurring of lines between civilian and military aerospace progress, accelerating advancements far beyond what government programs might achieve alone. The financial implications are equally staggering. Developing such an aircraft requires enormous investment, not just in materials, but in computational infrastructure, AI research, propulsion systems, and advanced manufacturing. The defense industry thrives on the cutting edge. And with this revelation, it's likely billions will be poured into maintaining superiority. Contractors and research institutions tied to such projects will find themselves at the forefront of one of the most lucrative and strategically vital technological races in history. For the American economy, this means a surge in high-tech jobs, advanced engineering, and the preservation of military-industrial dominance. At the same time, the introduction of an unstoppable fighter jet raises questions about the very nature of future warfare. If one side possesses a weapon that cannot be countered, does it change how wars are fought, or even prevent wars altogether? Some argue that overwhelming superiority could lead to greater peace, as no rational opponent would risk engagement. Others contend that it could spark desperate measures where adversaries seek asymmetrical means, cyber warfare, sabotage, or even weapons of mass destruction to level a playing field otherwise dominated from the skies. The announcement then doesn't just describe a plane, it forces a revaluation of global strategy. There is also the cultural dimension. Advanced aircraft have always captured the public imagination. From the days of the SR-71 Blackbird, shrouded in secrecy, to the introduction of stealth fighters like the F-17 and F-22, each new revelation has inspired awe and speculation. An unstoppable fighter jet, however, belongs less to the realm of science fiction and more to science fact. Yet, its description invokes the same wonder as starships and futuristic machines of popular culture. It signals to the world that humanity's technological frontier is not slowing. That ideas once confined to cinema screens are now taking tangible shape. For the Air Force itself, unveiling such an aircraft is more than showcasing hardware. It's about redefining doctrine. Traditional strategies of dogfighting, radar evasion, and missile defense become outdated when faced with a machine that supersedes all of them. Training, tactics, and even the very composition of squadrons may need to be rewritten to accommodate a jet that no enemy can match. Pilots would have to transition from being direct warriors to being overseers of AI-driven systems, shifting their roles from combatants to commanders in the sky. The pilot seat becomes less about reflex and more about strategy, guiding a machine that executes at levels beyond human limitation. The geopolitical ripples extend further. Allies of the United States may feel both relief and unease at such a revelation. Relief because the military umbrella protecting them just became infinitely stronger. Unease because the reliance on American defense may deepen, making them more dependent than ever on US protection. For adversaries, it marks a turning point that could accelerate arms races in entirely new directions, perhaps pushing them toward novel technologies outside traditional aerospace to find vulnerabilities in an otherwise invincible machine. 1. Cannot overlook the symbolic weight of Musk himself being the one to amplify this admission. Musk has positioned himself as a bridge between futuristic technology and the present, often blurring the line between entrepreneur and visionary prophet. His words carry weight, not just because of his industry influence, but because of his reputation for tackling the impossible. When he speaks of an unstoppable fighter jet, people listen differently than they would to a bureaucratic press release. His involvement, even tangentially, elevates the narrative into the realm of global discourse. This moment also underscores the secrecy surrounding such projects. If the Air Force is now willing to admit the existence of this jet, it suggests the technology is already years ahead of what has been disclosed. Military revelations tend to lag far behind actual deployments, meaning what Musk discussed may only be the tip of an iceberg. If the unstoppable fighter jet has been admitted, then it may already be operational, tested, and refined with even more advanced versions in the pipeline.